as Dash of Dave. He'll take some scraps and bits of this, turn them into something you can't miss. Junk journals, tapes, and crafts galore. He'll have you begging, show me more. Oh, Dash of Dave, oh, what a sight. Mixing colors, day and night.
Hi everyone, it's Dash of Dave here, and I am back for another crafty video. Don't know what's going on with my voice. It was fine a minute ago. I've just found some octaves I didn't know I had. So anyway, I've got a file folder in front of me. I think I want to make a library card and a library card pocket. Sorry, a library card and a library card pocket. And I thought I'd take you with me, and we would do that together. So that's what we're doing today. Let's make a library card. So, like in my mind's eye, I would like to have this somewhere on the library card. But it will be probably on the back, won't it? Oh, it's fine. Well, we'll go with it. Shall we use this? Or should we have that on the library card? Maybe we'll have that on the library card. Yeah, okay. So in that case then, shall we use this side? W to X. So it's a short alphabet, isn't it? Right, so shut up, Dave, for 5 minutes at least. No, don't shut up for 5 minutes because very boring if I did. So I have not an announcement to make because nothing's actually happening at the moment, but I am in the middle of the process of, and I have shared this with 3 other people. I am in the process of creating my own set of words, a bit like the Tim Holtz, word chip things, because I use them a lot. So I have done a prototype. I've shared that with a couple of people, 3 people. I've shared that with thrice people. No, a trio of people. That's the word. And I'm going to, do a bit of refinement. When I talk about word chips, I mean like these kind of things, this sort of thing. So I will tell you more about that when there's more to tell about that. Okay, so let me just have a think. Okay, so stop saying that. That's one of the words actually that I've got in the kit because I'm sick of myself saying it. Well, not just the word, the saying. Anyway, shut up, Dave. Right, carry on. As you were. So which side do I want? Ideally, I'd like that side because I don't really want the recycling bit because I don't think it looks very authentically old, although that top edge is not straight, so let's use that bottom edge that I've just cut. And I want to go for, I think I'm going to go for 8 1/4 wide. I'll straighten that top edge off. I don't really care how tall it is. High, tall, high. But 9 looked like a good figure, so that's what I went with. That's the other bit that I was looking for. And then I will score it at, I don't know how that's going to work in my grand scheme. Wasn't expecting it to be there, but it doesn't matter if it is. Oh, that's metric. You don't want metric. You'll all have a meltdown if I use metric, won't you? I use metric, so, but for you guys, I have learnt to use the other thing that isn't metric. What's that, Dave? The other thing that isn't metric. That's what I mean. So I'm going to do 2 1/8 this side. Imperial, that's what it is. And I'm going to do 2 1/8 this side. And that should give me approximately 4 in the middle. Oh, there you go. And then we will do 1 inch at the bottom, and we'll leave the top bit. All shall no. Yeah, try this again. Sorry, and then we will do let's just turn it around this way, and we'll do 2. Should we go 2? No, let's go 2.5. We'll do 2.5 up to that first line, and then I can't tell where that first line is. Oh, no, let's do it from here. What? Let's do this again. 2.5 down to here. Pull it back, and then we'll do it from this bit up to this line here. And that's not really a score line, that's just for me to know where to cut it. So, just making things easy on myself. Right, I'm going to cut at an angle here. This is a long time since I made a library pocket. I'm starting to doubt whether that's what it's called. It is a library card pocket. Library pocket. Shut up, Dave. And then we will just cut slightly at an angle from that bit there, and again from this bit here to that corner, and then we will chop this bit off. So sounds drastic, I know, but there we go. There and here. If I suddenly start talking gibberish, I think I'm kind of intoxicated by the cleaning spray I've just used to clean my mat. I know, I cleaned my mat. It's pink grapefruit, but it's very heady disinfectant spray. That's all I can smell now is pink grapefruit. In fact, there's probably pink grapefruits out there going, don't blame us, nothing to do with us. That's never been near a pink grapefruit in its life. But came from Aldi. It does a good job. So there we go. That's that. I mean, I appreciate that, you know, some of you are out there going, what on earth is he talking about? I don't know. You know, if I knew what I was talking about, I'd tell you, but I don't. I haven't got a clue. So we're just going to go with the fact that I don't know, you don't know. Well, let's all just not know together. I'm just talking for the sake of it, which is my problem. I've always had the fact that I can talk on cue for the sake of it. But you know, it's quite handy when you've got a channel. Let's hope that these now interlock. Well, not interlock, but cross over each other. Don't get cross with each other, but cross over each other. So that one, and then, oh, they do. Sup, fools. That's like, what's up, fools? I didn't mean it to come out like that. Why is there a little step change on there? No, I'm just going to have to just resolve that. This will go the other way now, won't it? So, just because it can. Let's do that and that. Is that kind of, ooh, nearly, but not nearly enough. Let's do that. Go all the way to that edge, and then just snippy. Snip, snippy snip. Come on, snippy snip, snippy snip. That bit out. Does that work now? Yeah, but why is that wonky? It's a right wonky donkey, that, isn't it? Let's do that. Let's just make that straight now. Not that I'm going to be the person. I'm not the person you should deploy to make anything straight, I'm afraid. So, well, I'm not afraid, but you should be. Don't know what I'm talking about. It's that stuff. It's honestly, I was going to blame IKEA then, but it's not IKEA, it's Aldi. I'm going to blame IKEA anyway. I feel almost gutted that I'm going to lose that now, because that was such a great, because folding that up, it just says sups. So maybe we should have a deliberate, no, deliberate isn't in speech marks. Deliberate but natural should be looking tear to kind of see it. So, because I just like it now. It says sup fools, and it's our little in joke. We know it's there, and we know why it's there. It's not sup fool. It's susp. Sorry, susp fools. Sorry. That's being dyslexic. That's just me being dyslexic and not being able to pronounce things. Where have I put my flaming Dorba? Dorba the Greek. No, not Zorba the Greek. I had a Dorba, and where have you gone? Let me just go over here and have a look if it's in. I put it in my spares. Silly. I sorted a bit of. Try again. I had a bit of a sort out, trying to make some room for the beautiful stuff that the lovely Tracy sent to me. So I was just having a bit of a shift around. Right, okay, I'm going to use some. No, I think ground espresso is going to be a little bit too dark. Do I want vintage photo or something darker? Walnut stain? Should we go walnut stain? Oh, brushed corduroy. I feel brushed corduroy calling my name. Say my name, say my name. No, Dave, don't sing that. That's very high pitched. Please do not sing that. You'll upset the neighbours and everybody else by the sounds of it. I didn't get. Oh, no, I of course I lost that. That was not going to be on the back. Yeah, silly boy. I don't know what I was talking about. I think I was thinking I was going to fold it that way around, but that's much less interesting. Much less interesting. Right. Let's just. No, we don't want to be doing this side because you're not going to see it, but this side we will. No point doing that bottom edge. You're not going to see that, but I'll do this top edge because you will. Oh dear, Dave. Feel silly for like not being able to read. But you know, I've got a degree, so like, you know, bite me. No, please don't bite me. In fact, I might put, I don't know, how easy is that going to be? Put a thumb notch in there is what I was thinking. But that's not an easy thing to do, is it? When you've got... Let's see if we can do this without it looking silly, because we want that bit to stay flat. Right. Okay, let me take a bit out of one side. Is this gonna happen, or is it gonna go wrong? Don't know, but I don't care either. Right, okay, so do that, and then with a pencil do that bit, and then try and line that up with that bit. Oh, hang on, let me just see it. I've got to get it in the right light. Like that? Is that right? Oh, come on. That couldn't have been better done, could it? Well, you could probably do a better job than I could, but like, I'm quite happy with the job that I did. So we've got a bit of a... I want just a bit of a tweak on that colour. Just a bit of a creeping in of some agedness on there. Not want to go over the top. I just want it to look a little bit more yellowed, I guess. We will go over that line in the middle there, but you're not really going to be able to see it. Yeah, there we go. And then that's going to sit over there. We will do a little bit on that bottom edge there. And then we will definitely do around this top bit. Again, just, I think that crystal file logo across there really kind of adds to its authenticity, almost like it's a crystal file medallion stream. Oh no, that's not. It's a crystal filled medallion stream, you idiot. Is it crystal filled medallion stream? It's print, isn't it? I can't remember which Prince song it is, but I'm sure it costs a princely sum. Anyway, moving on swiftly before somebody throws me out of here. Glue. Right, I think I'm going to overlay it like that. Do I want to do it that way or that way? Or which way does it look best? I don't think it really makes much difference. I think I'm going to do it like that. So I will put... Now, I did fill my glue up, but doesn't mean to say it's going to run. No, it's not. Run free. Or born free. Born free. Free as the wind blows. Free as the grass grows. Or young hearts run free. Oh, don't ever become Is it a problem like My Man and Me? Do do do. That one. And then we will glue this bottom bit now. I just wanted to see that. I might even end up covering it up, and then I'll be like, oh well, what was the point of that then? So there we go. Library pocket done. Okay, I'd like a little library pocket here. So how big do I want that little library pocket? I would like it to be about 2 inches wide by, so the full height of it needs to be about 4. So 2 by 4 is the actual pocket itself, right? Let me just have a moment to work something out now. I don't know why I talk like this. I sound like a drunk. Which I am not, unless it's on tea. Right. So I want it to be 2 by 4, which means that we need an extra bit there for the flap at the bottom, so that makes that 5, and we want an overhang either side, so it's going to be 1 and an 1/8. 1/8, and then 1/8. Okay, which makes it 2 1/4. So that's 4 1/4, 4 1/4 by 5. See, I can do maths. I didn't mean to say it's going to work, but the theory is I can do maths. I think I will use this, but I'll use it the other way around. So it's this colour on there. So let's get this right. Okay, what do we have size wise? So we'll use that as the so that's going to be the height. So we'll cut that to 5, and then that's going to be the width, and that's going to be 4 1/4. Do I want that as the, or should we use this side? Maybe use this side. So I don't know what the difference. Oh no, you'll see a bit of that. I think you'll see a bit of that. Hang on, 1 1/4. Yeah, you will. So we'll cut that to 5. 4 1/4. Sorry, I'm having a moment there when brain's going. I can't compute. Cannot compute. 4 1/4. Pop that on the way, and then we're going to go. I think this is the straight edge. Is that a straight edge? Is that definitely a straight edge? Let's see whether it's not a straight edge. Oh, it's, you know, there or thereabouts. Is that one also a straight edge? Let's put that on there. Also a straight edge. So we're going to go 5, aren't we? Oh, do we want a 1 inch thing at the bottom? No, let's go 4 1/2. We will have a 1/2 inch at the bottom. Take that out. Right, okay. So stop saying that now. Let's get my little scoreboard out, because it will all fit on here. So we need it to be 1 1/8 in from the side. Turn it around. 1 1/8 in from the side. Then we're going to do, which this is the top and which is the bottom. We're going to do 1/2 inch at the bottom. And then also we want to know how much of the pocket we want to see. So we will have, I don't know, what should we have? 1 and a, whatever that is. 1 and 3/4. Let's do 1 and 3/4. This is when you should have done that. 1 and 3/4. Do that down there. Go back up there. Into that first line. Cool. So let's cut those down. Cut that bit off. I'm probably going to be pushing my luck if I try and put a thumb notch in this. I mean to say I'm not going to try. I'm not saying I am going to try either. I'm just saying depends on how brave I'm feeling at the time. And I can't predict the future, not even my future, like seconds away. I can't. So do that. Got no words and things I want to worry about this time. So no fools to incorporate. Oh no, we wanted to get that slight angle, didn't we, Dave? We did. Were we paying attention though? Probably not. Paying attention? Me? No. What are you saying? What are you insinuating? Right, okay. So yeah, the words that I'm going to bring out are going to be some of my lexicon, so the things that I have in my lexicon on a daily basis. Some of the things I'm known for saying, so definitely Shut Up Dave is in there. Okay, so is also in there, but we also have things like very British isms. So fancy a cuppa, brew. Fancy a cuppa is just, you know, do you fancy a cup of tea? And fancy, well, you know, when somebody says fancy a cuppa, you can say, can I have a cup of coffee? It's not like you will only get tea. Brew usually indicates, you know, it's usually a shortened version of fancy a cuppa, as in, do you want a brew? Do you want a cup of tea? And you know, that's again, it could be a coffee, it doesn't have to be a tea. I don't know many people that will force you to have a cup of tea. You know, it's not like you have quotas you have to drink. Contrary to popular belief. Oh, look at me going in for a let's see if we can do this, Dave. Because you weren't convinced you were mad enough the first time round. Okay. And we've got other things in there. We've got like a pound sign, as in a pound sterling sign, and we've got in fact I might get the prototype out and have a look. Oh look, that's fine. Not perfectly in the middle, but you know, hey, like there you go. There's a quick glimpse of the prototype. Now remember this is a prototype because this is my first draft and things have changed since then. We've got colourful spelt with a U because that's how we spell it. We've got, so you may have seen that there are some typos. They have been corrected. There are also some things that you may think are a typo but aren't a typo because that's how we spell them. There's things like A up, there's peculiar, fascinating, annotated, done and dusted. Another favourite saying of mine. Words don't come easy to me. Sandwich short of a picnic, which means that, you know, somebody's lacking in something. Always a sandwich short of a picnic, isn't he? Which is something that a lot of people have said about me, probably. Yeah, I'm all right with that. I know it's not in the middle, but, you know, I tried. I did more than some people would even do. So I tried. Might have failed, but at least I tried. So we will just inky edge this. I think that's going to be the one that you see. That's the side that you see. This is the side you don't see. Well, so this edge I won't bother inking because you're not going to see it. And then we will ink around here. inside of there, but I might just do a little bit of colour over that, a bit of a colour over this, and this. Stop wiping it off on your mat, Dave. You've cleaned your mat. I'm not going to worry about the back because you're not going to see it. We are going to glue this one down. Which one have I done the edge of? That's the one. That one, we want to do the edges of this. We also want to do the edges of this and this. Okay. So that is going to hopefully just sit kind of there. Yep, I like that. That's good. We're liking it, liking it, liking it, liking it, liking it like that. I think it's loving it, loving it, loving it, loving it like that. But, you know, we'll go over the top. I like it. So we'll glue that bit together, edge to there. And then we need it to stay together. Let's stay together, you and I forever. That's a scary thought for some people, isn't it? Staying together with me. Big. That's probably. Oh, I was going to do it the other way around, wasn't I? Oh well, you know, never mind. Do you know what you need to do? You know what you need to do is when you have these ideas, you need to have a brain to keep these in. But like, never mind. It's all right. Apologies, just have to drink my cold tea before it's too cold. So we'll have that on there, and then we'll make some little cards to go in them. Little cards. Don't know why I say it like that. That tea. It wasn't the tea that wasn't very nice. It was the fact that I have got. I'm going to be really honest with you. I've got beard conditioner on today because I like to condition my beard every now and again, and when I'm not going to go anywhere, I don't have to style it, so I can let my beard hair hang down, and I put some conditioner through it to keep it nice and soft. It's more information than I was planning to give anybody today, but hey. So I think. Don't know now. I really don't know whether that's the right thing to use. Let's use something that is a contrasting colour, which I guess you could say that is a contrasting colour because it's if I use it that way around, but I won't. I think what we will use is we'll use a bit of. Shall we use a bit of this? Yeah, let's use this. Right. Okay. So we know the pocket is. It's just. Yeah, it's 4, but like I don't want it to be 4. It'll be really wedged in there. So we'll go for 3 and 3/4 wide. 3 3/4 wide. Oh, hang on, is that the right sort of height? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we'll only have to cut a little bit off. 3 3/4. That's that one, and then what do we do about this one? I don't know why there is a song. This one will be. Oh, let's go 1 and 7/8. Look at us, 1 and 7/8, and we'll go for 3 3/3 high. 1 and 7/8. That's good. I'm never going to remember that. 1 and 7/8 by. What did I just say? 3 3/4. I think 3 3/4 high. That looks too big. That looks too big. It's not. It's not too big. So, okay, Dave, stop doubting yourself. Okay, this one is too big. We want this one to be. Can't remember. Is it 5? No, it's not. It's not 5 at all. It's 8. So we want it to be 7 3/4. Let's go 7 3/4 then. 7 3/4. Cut that bit off. Oh, hang on. I've just put me cutter down and the blade has pinged off. Put it back in before we lose that. My marbles are already lost. We don't want to lose the cutting blade as well. Around the corners of this. Let's do all of the corners, Dave. All of the corners, all the way round. Because buffalo girls go round the outside, round the outside, round the outside. So that's going to go in there. That one is going to go in there. But I think I'm going to use a... yeah, I'm going to use a different corner rounder size. Do that. That. And that one's going to go in there, which it does. Oh, we didn't try this one in here. Let's try this one in here. It goes in there, and there is no bear. There's a bear where there is no bear. Oh, the other thing on there, of course, is an octopus. Of course that's on there. Of course that made it to the cut. Haven't said it for a while, but still want it to get out there. An octopus. Right, on here, let's get some kind of markings, I think. Now I don't think I've got a stamp that's a library card pocket thing, but we will pull all of the stamps, not all of them, because this is nowhere near all of my stamps, but I will pull all of the, I'd love to say they're the more used ones, but I would be wrong, because some of them have never been used. But they're the ones that I'm more likely to use, although still again, never used. In my head, I have an idea to use them, but let's leave it there. Otherwise, we'll psychoanalyze the whole thing, and I'll feel exposed. I'll feel trapped and disorientated and distracted. No, I won't feel any of them things. I'll just be like, oh yeah, I know, could have used it. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, didn't. Sorry, there's a lot of rustling going on, isn't there? Just looking for the right kind of thing in a very limited selection, but it's limited for a reason, because you don't want me to get all of the stamps out that I have. Honestly, we'd be here for days. Do I have anything that would pass muster? None of that's doing it for me. What's that? Maybe something on there. Sorry for the noise. No, don't worry, I haven't changed my name to Russell. I'm just doing a lot of rustling. Okay. Oh. As you may have heard, some things have gone awry over there. Okay, so stop saying okay so. I know it made it to the cut, but there is not a reason for using it. We might add this on here. Or do we just go for it and do it ourselves? Maybe we just do it ourselves. Right, here's a pen. Here's a ruler. Always a good chance that you might get it right if you use a ruler, Dave. And we go for... Now the problem is this is not 4 inches wide. So we are probably going to go bonkers. Okay, so what I might do is not to put myself under pressure to cut this with you guys, not make the video overly long. I will come back to you when I've done it. I've done this, I've just made it look very much like a library card. I know it's not perfect. I don't have a date stamp, so I've just wung it. Yeah, that. And I'm thinking I'd quite like a person here. I'm going to ink it. I think that's what I'll do while I'm contemplating what I want to do. Yeah, so I contemplated turning the the camera back on while I did that, but like it took me a while to ever think about what I was doing, what I wanted to do, and how I wanted it to look, and I got a bit self-conscious. I know it's really weird. This happens to me at times. I overthink things. So when people have said something to me, I kind of overthink it, and then I think, oh, this is going to be boring for people, and I don't bother. So, and it's not you, it's me. I know it sounds like we're breaking up, but we're not. It's just the way that my brain works, and I can't, get away from that. The seeds of doubt in my head sometimes, which I know it sounds really crazy to have a craft channel and do all of this stuff and still have doubt in my own ability, but it's very true, and I do. It's just like it takes me a lot of time to come up with ideas for things to make. This is why sometimes I will just have the very tiniest kernel of try that again. A very tiniest kernel of an idea, and then kind of go with that. I think, you know what, I might tear some of that writing out. So it's just sometimes I overthink it, and I have an idea. I was saying about I have the tiniest kernel of an idea, because then that way I don't have to come up with a fully formed, fully fledged, I know exactly what I want to do, you're going to come with me while I do it, that kind of thing, because I don't always feel like that. Quite like them. I was thinking maybe Crystal File, kind of in the Crystal File Classic, kind of just torn out in the background. I don't know how that's going to look, but again, I'm just trying to not overthink it all at the minute. But then again, that's the reason why I do craft, isn't it? Because it helps me with my mental health. So, and by me being vulnerable, hopefully encourages you to be. But no, not encourage you to be vulnerable, but encourages you to think. Well, actually, I feel exactly like that. I know how he feels. Because then that normalizes the situation, and we need to be talking more about our mental health, because if you don't talk about it, it's not going to get better. So and also stigma will form around it. So I've never been shy about talking about my mental health. So anyway, so it just sometimes overwhelms me, and that's how I feel. So I was thinking maybe Crystal Fire Classic up there, the original filing system, it says underneath. I don't think that looks too bad. I feel like there needs to be something else maybe across here, or maybe a word, maybe a saying. What have we got here? So these are the things that see the world. It could go there, but it's not really what I want, is it? So take the scenic route, follow your heart, trust your heart, make a wish, love this life, maybe love this life. Is love this life the thing? Quite like that, actually. Yeah, I think we'll have that. We'll have that there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to ink around this with a bit of ink, because that's what you ink around things with. Might just darken it down a bit. Oh, do I want to darken it down a bit? If I darken it down, is it just going to look too samey? Let's do this edge first and then decide from there. So, just a bit of a waft over rather than trying to darken it down. That. Yeah, that on there. Them on there. Right, we'll just give them a bit of an edge so don't have a white edge around them, because then that's too much contrast with the craft card colour in the background. They look really happy. Those two look like they could be sisters. So I don't know who they are, so I'm speculating. It looks like her head has got bent at some point, so I'm really sorry about that. I know it looks like you've been decapitated, but I don't want. But I want to use you because I like you. So pop that on there. Yep, we'll do that. I will stick this on first. Yeah, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the little one, because I didn't actually do anything with the little one while I was off camera, which silly really, because I forgot. Maybe not, maybe definitely. So there's things that I stamped on here that you're not going to see now, but like, that's not a biggie. We didn't know what was going to happen at that time, so we'll pop that on there. Yep, we'll do them on there. Where do we want them? About there, I think. Feel like I felt like I wanted to do something better with your neck, but I was going to put scarves on them all, but these two, their heads aren't separated, and there isn't a punch out bit like you normally get with these paper dolls. I'll have you there, and we will have Love This Life. Yep, on there, because they look like they're loving life. They're smiling. Oh, tell you what, just spit at me, why don't you? No, don't. That's not an encouragement, by the way. Don't spit at me. Oh, should I have inked it? Possibly. Should have just made it kind of stand out a little bit. Oh well. Talk about locking the door after the horse has bolted. I'll pop that on there. Maybe I should have used one of my own words, but then, like I say, they're not complete yet. So when I have completed them and I feel more able, I will use them. Right, so that's that. That's going in there. That's cool. I like that. You can't see them until you slide them out. Great. Okay, so then this one, we will do something let's do a very quick little lines on this one. Where's my pen? It's there, Dave. Right, okay, so bit of a gap at the top, probably too big, but we'll do. Don't bite things, Dave. Line there. Another line on here. Then we will do. Is that going to be too many? Too big a space. Oh well. It is what it is. This is basically all I did last time. No real measuring, just the width of the ruler was enough. Do I want to put another line in? How am I going to put another line in if I put another line in? No, let's not worry about another line, Dave. It's just a very simple. Try and keep it simple. We will go like that. Okay. We're going to cover most of it up, Dave. Remember that. Like that. Cool. Brilliant. That's fab. We will put a little stamp on the top of something. Doesn't matter what you do. It ain't what you do. It's the way that you do it. That is what gets results. which is also a song. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. That's what gets results. You can try hard, don't mean a thing. Take it easy, then your jive will swing. Yes, Dave. Enough of that. Enough said. Right, okay, we'll do a bit of a kind of a squiggly line, some signatures. Oh, that's not very good. No, I'm not very good at staying on the page, Dave. And more squiggly lines to represent signatures. Oh, very big flourishy one there. Cool. Then we will do some stampy stamps. Stampy stamp. What shall we do? But no, not what shall we do? Yes, what shall we do? I don't know. Tune in next week when I might have thought out what shouldn't have. When I might have been able to string a sentence together. But everything's happening now. I did have a little thing of some tiny weeny number stamps. Where they are, who knows? Okay, so we'll have I don't know. Don't have any numbers to stamp it with. Just stamp it over with something, Dave. You could just do that, couldn't you? You could just do that, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to do it with a bit of red, which there, some, that one. Just stamp that. Sorry, just ink that, and then stamp that. Oh, that's the wrong way up, Dave. We'll just stamp that then this way, maybe. There we go, perfect. Oh, that's good actually, I quite like that. Especially because it's not complete. Again, try and put it the right way up, Dave. At least try. There we go. Oh, good. See, you don't even have to be able to write. And we could do with a little bit of that. There. Maybe overlay that one a bit. There we go. Cool. Great. Don't know where that came from. Stick it over there. Fingers are filthy. Let's put that over there and do not care. I do care. Oh, let's go. Should we go a bit darker? Let's go. Yeah, vintage photo. We'll do vintage photo on this one. Not that it looks hugely different. Does it look? Oh, it's slightly different brown. Not as yellowy brown as that other one. We will. I think. So this little person has been hanging around a while. Maybe this is when she should be deployed. She's been kind of just floating around on my desk, waiting for me to find the right place for her, and I think I might have found the right place for her. Maybe she can have heart and soul. Give a little heart and soul. I think that was it Tapau that sang it? Don't know. Again, I sing these things. I don't know where they come from. They're just lost in the sands of time in my head. We could do with another thing in the background. Again, something a little bit kind of because that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Maybe a flower, a petal. Maybe like that, like that. She's going to sit somewhere. And then that. Yeah, let's do that. Look at me. Just crafting. This is what happens when you do just craft, Dave, rather than overthinking things. So you can. Well, I'm such a big procrastinator. When I come to do so, every Sunday I film, and every Sunday I get up and I think I'll just do this and I'll just do that and I'll just do this before I actually do any filming, because I'm actually procrastinating, because I have that inbuilt irrational fear of failure, like we all have, or that kind of imposter syndrome. And then I have to kind of just say, look, Dave, just get on with it. You can do it. You've done it before. You can do it. Just do it. And I do. And then I'm fine with it. So I don't know whether everybody else feels like that, but I know I certainly do. So let's cut this down a little bit so it sits on there nicely. Well, easily. Not nicely. So it's not hanging off the edge, because we don't want it to get trapped in the mechanics of the whole thing. And we're going to just ink round it. And then we will pop a bit of ink around her, so it shouldn't stand out too much with that white line around the edge. And then we will glue, no, Dave, we will glue that on. I think I'm gonna, oh, do I want a sat on it? Yeah, we do. So we will, oh, where are we having it then? Hang on. So I think I want her about there, so that needs to be about there. Yeah, we'll go for about there. Oh, she has got a thing. I think she's got a little bit of a pop-out thing in between her legs. So there we go. Yes, she has indeed. That's what I was thinking that those three girls had got. Might have, you know, so I could tie something around their necks, like a scarf or something, and, you know, have it a bit jaunty. Oh, look, you can see the "and" through between her legs. I don't know whether that's the right thing to say, Dave, but it's been said. Can't take it back now. So, just take off that way too much glue on the back of there. Pop her on there. Right, I just want to make sure that her feet are stuck down, because otherwise they'll stick out and then they'll jar on there. Oh, I quite like that. Well, when I say I quite like that, I mean I really like that. So then that can go in there. That bit of plastic. That can go in there, and then that can go on there. Yeah, we'll put that on there. In fact, I'm going to stick that now. Get it fully stuck down. Put that like that. And then, oh. So this, I found this on the floor earlier. Maybe that would be, actually, maybe we'll do like that. I think we are. So I'm going to stick that down with that kind of trapped underneath it. And then just bend it back a bit, because it's already inked and everything. Put this on. And that kind of just fills up that blank space a bit. Pop that in there. Cool. You can, oh look, she's just peeping out. Can you see her? The little things that please the little minds, we know. And then maybe this also needs a thing on it. You see, we don't want to. See, I could just have fools. Maybe we'll do that. Have curiosity like that. Do you know what? We're going to do that. I like that. Just separate this. I don't know why I bother with these quote chips. I mean, like, I love the quote chips, but I don't know why I keep, like, saying how wonderful they are when I just separate them all the time. But I do like them. I like the bigness of them, and mine are equally as big, just different fonts and stuff. Different words that mean things to me, words that don't come easy to me. And we will do. Now it says pea fools. Like that. Oh yes, that is marvellous. Do we need something on here? Maybe a flower, maybe to tie it all in. I don't know what this is. Tying it all in, I think that was what that was supposed to be. Do we want a floral presence? If we do we like it to be... Oh, that's quite pretty. Or do we want something kind of that ties in the blue? That's got blue on it. Bit big though. Bit big, sorry. Next time maybe. I'm not saying, not promising you. Just next time, maybe. Oh no, that's not a single flower. Neither's that. No, don't want something shiny. Just want something. These are rub-ons. Maybe a rub-on. No, I like the rub-ons on the fabric, so we'll maybe... Or do we want a bit of fabric on there? Maybe we have a bit of fabric with rub-on on it. That's that corner there is just very full. Don't even ask about it. So okay, so it's not blue, but it's purple. Will that look? So if we have a little bit of this on here, maybe like that, but kind of jaunty, bit frayed at the edges on there. Is that going to do it for me, or am I barking up the wrong tree? It's got purple in it. Is that enough? Does that do it enough for me? I know you guys probably think, just do it, Dave. But yeah, okay, I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to cut this down, and then I'm just going to fray its edges a bit. There we go. And on here. Come on. I'm afraid you have to go. I'm afraid. Okay, jump back. The little bits that kind of come off, I'll also maybe have put back on, and then rub that down. Will that stay on if I rub that down? Don't know. Maybe we'll have it sticking out from the back. That's what we'll do. Have it sticking out from the back. So in fact, we might just do that now. So just a bit of glue on there. Stick that down. Bit of glue on there. Cut off me. Stick that bit down. Now the problem is you've got to flip that over, Dave. Okay. Oh, I had a bit of plastic here. A bit of plastic. Cool. Okay, so then we're going to pop this rub on, this one, on there. We might even use one of those other ones, paid or something on it. Okay, so I need something to rub it with. We'll use this. We'll rub this on. Hopefully it will stay in our chosen place without... Oh, Dave, you did this last time. Nobody said anything. Well, you probably did, but I can't hear you. Have to peel the... Stop doing that, Dave, you idiot. Right, let's try again, shall we? Foolish man. Right, okay, stick that down. Now rub it. There we go. That's better. Don't want to rub anything else, Dave. Just what you want. Just the flower that you want, Dave. gently. Oh, it's stuck to everything now. Oh, blimey, I've lost some of one of the things. Oh no. Oh well. Casualty. We have one casualty. This ticket. Although I could probably use the rest of that ticket on my project, I guess. Now I've got all of the bits of cotton attached to this. Might be a job for some other time. Maybe that is going to go on there. Do you know what? I'm going to just put it because it's already apart. Now again, you're just going to have got more of that stuck to it. So, yeah, that's cool. And we might put. Should we put? Oh no, let's put that number across there. We'll do that like that. Rub it. And peel that bit off. Oh, took a bit of that off, that one. Oh well. Just have to buy some more, Dave. Which way round does it go? Doesn't matter. We'll soon find out whether it's stuck there. Can I get that bit off? Yes, I can. In fact, I'll just use my nail for the rest of it. Cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That's cool. Actually, I'm quite happy with that. And then we will just ink the edges of that, make it look a little bit more aged and seen some time. Same with the actual thing itself, so there isn't a white background and stand out like too sore thummy. Pop that on there. And we'll just glue it in the middle so it doesn't just like isn't completely stuck down. It kind of has a bit of a tatty edge. Yep, I am happy with that. Right, let's put these back in here because that's where they came from. Like another lot of them, I think. Now that I know how to, well, I was going to say now that I know how to use them, but like I won't remember that next time. Next time I come to use it, I'll say, oh, for goodness sake, Dave, why didn't you remember to take the back off? Because I don't, and I won't. Right, I'm going to tidy up and I will come back to you. So it'll be as quick as. So there we go. That's it. So tidied up. And this is what we've made today. So I had a little bit of an accident. I dropped a bit of ink on there, but got it off. And also kind of ties in. It's a bit of blue, so don't mind. So we have this little card in here. And obviously space on the back for journaling and that sort of thing. Pop that in there. And then we've got this one here. And I love it. I love the way it's turned out. I'm really chuffed with it. I'm glad I made a library pocket. It's been a while since I have, and another great thing to like pop in a journal. It says X marks the spot. Anyway, it doesn't say X marks the spot. It just says X. All right then. Okay. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next video. If you did enjoy it, of course, please do give me a thumbs up. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you all in the next video. And until then, don't forget, I love you all, without exception, until you give me a reason not to. So don't give me a reason not to. See you in the next video. Take care. Lots of love. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Lots of hugs. Take care. Bye. Bye.